Good morning, and welcome to Thursday, the 29th of January. Oh my God, guys, Sunday is the 1st of February. Like, seriously, this year is going to go fast. And it's going to go fast because there's a lots of things going on. But today, how did you go yesterday with that Mars Pluto conjunction with the moon in Gemini? I know in the afternoon I got cranky at nothing in particular. I just had this anxiety come up and it was like, oh, I don't like this. What is this feeling? And so I went for a walk and I had a shower and I tried to just shift the energy. All right. So I just really want to just clarify that because the likelihood of anxiety and just nervousness and heightened emotions are really there, even though Aquarius being emotionally detached doesn't mean that you're not like physically feeling it. Or again, I'm going to go back to that Uranus in Taurus, being ruled by Venus in Aquarius. So, just the energetic principles are very, hormonal, physical. Our electrical senses are just heightened, as with the cosmic weather that we're going through as well. So just be aware of that. All right, so now there's two big things happening today. All right. um, well, the biggest being Pluto does not make any more conjunctions with the planets now. The Pluto party is over. And it's not over. Actually, I'll read the words. So the Pluto party, while being far from over, has now made its point. All right. Everybody has gone there and had that vulnerable conversation with Pluto. What is it that you need to let pass? All right. What needs to be recycled into compost so new things can grow? All right. Um, every planet has offered up its tribute, and the sun has also made its sacrifices to let go of unnecessary burdens. Now, that is at 4 p.m. today. The sun is going to make that exact connection to the south node. All right, so the south node we sit comfortably in. It is about our daily routines, our habits, our service to ourselves and others. So, if you're the type of person that is a people pleaser and you serve others to your disadvantage, then maybe that's something that you can sort of just consider. Also, maybe there is something that you are still doing to yourself or others that is unhealthy. All right, you might just have that one thing, like maybe like I've got to give up coffee, or I've got to stop having sugar, or I need to go for a walk but I'm too lazy. Whatever that thing is, it's now that time where the sun in Aquarius that wants his future, wants to see the future path clearly, has an opportunity to let go of that final unhealthy burden. All right. And what's the opposite of the South Node in Virgo? The North Node in Pisces. We are moving towards a more spiritual philosophy in life, or a more spiritual perspective, where we're allowing our subconscious narrative to be heard, um, accepted, and then moved on from. All right, so that leads me into the next one. At 9:15 p.m., Mercury in Aquarius is going to be conjunct Venus in Aquarius. So they are both at 14 degrees. So this is where our thoughts and our hearts meet so that we can understand and let go of that final burden. Like everything in Aquarius is just, man, that is, let's go to that room analogy, all right? All the planets are in a room. They're all in one corner excitedly talking, all right? And then maybe they're doing like I don't know, a basketball shot to throw their shit over into the South Node waste basket over there. So something like that. So when Mercury and Venus meet this evening, I think there's just going to be that heart-mind coherence. Now, currently, the moon is exactly trine, so helpful and harmonious, that moon in Gemini, all right? So maybe if there were harsh conversations yesterday, we can bring it back up again and say, hey, sorry about that, or hey, did you think about that? Or, I don't know, continuing on with a conversation. Maybe it is just your thoughts. Maybe you are just coming into that awareness where you're like, okay, I finally get it. I'm going to do the thing. So there's that. All right, so be kind and gentle to yourself and those around you. Some wounds cannot be seen, but awareness and acceptance can go a long way to soothe and heal. All right, so now in particular, I'm talking about the moon after 4, so the moon's not doing anything all day, void of course. All right, so the next aspect that it starts to make is a sextile to Chiron in Aries. All right, so remember that sextile is the cogs have the ability to turn. All right, whereas a trine is more like a slippery dip. It's an easy slide. It's not like a square. It's harsh, or an opposition where you're facing off. The sextile just gives you the ability to work with something, but you have to take advantage of that ability. So that's where that wound thing comes in, because after 4, when it starts to talk to Chiron, it's at 9:15 p.m. when Venus and Mercury finally do their engagement. So there is definitely communication and opportunities for compromise. And, you know, maybe just agreements as well. Maybe you can come to some sort of agreement where people are like, you know, for the good of the many. You know, maybe there's that Spock thing where he sacrificed himself. You know, he chose to die so that he could, you know, help mankind. Or I don't know. I'm not asking you to sacrifice yourself in any way, shape or form. But maybe there are things that you know you need to let go of. And man, it's hard to let go of some things because you've been sitting there comfortably for so long. All right, let's click the button because it's not working. And say hello to, oh my gosh, good morning everyone. Good morning, Kath. Yeah, oh, okay. Got cranky at hubby. Good morning, Helen. Hello, Karen. Cranky at Woolies. Ah. Okay, Christy, good morning. Hello, Halisha, how are you? Finally done with the craziness? Well, yes, sort of, all right? So sort of done with the craziness. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Karen. And like I said, you know, when all the planets met up with Pluto, I mean, it's an extremely transformative, powerful aspect, but you've got to look at your shadow self. All right, so that's the same with this today. When the sun makes that connection with the south node, like just think of it as an empty cup or as a empty basket. You have the opportunity to finally say, oh my God, I know this is so hard, but I'm going to release that burden. I'm going to stop doing that thing, or I'm going to start doing something that is better for me rather than being a people pleaser and doing it for everybody else. So there is definitely, again, this heart-mind coherence, just this, you know, it's in your face. You know, it's not as harsh as the Pluto stuff, but it's still confronting. You know, you're being challenged to get out of your comfort zone. All right, so rather than sitting on that comfy, safe lounge where you're just doing the do, you know, it's like stand up, go to the door, walk outside, and meet the world head on. All right, so we're completely in this. I mean, like I've said multiple times, this year is so transitory, all right? There are so many things shifting. There are so many things that you are going to have to face this year, all right? Like shifting energies. You're not going to be comfortable. People want things to be the same, and they're not going to be, all right? So the quicker that you just go, okay, all right, it's one of those things. I must transform. I must change. The easier it is going to be. So, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we do have that, you know, the Saturn, blah, 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 blah. Neptune in Aries. How is everybody feeling with Neptune now in Aries? All right, so rather than feeling wishy-washy or confused and overwhelmed, you might have a little bit more fight in your spirit. Like you might be a little bit more, don't fuck with me because I got the balls now, you know, and I don't really mean that literally, but you know what I mean? Like you're managing to juggle. I was talking about those balls. You are juggling, you are doing the thing, you may have more energy and you may just have more pep in your step. Sorry. All right, let's just click the button again. Good morning, Linda. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Good morning, Mikel. How are you? So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, you know, I'm looking at tomorrow. I'll be at home tomorrow. I'm not working. So, you know, things are going to start feeling different, you know, and I mean, Saturday is all about adjustments. Sunday is again that slow transition. So, you know, like I said, the Pluto party is far from over, but I feel like all of that is over, all right? Those confronting things. Now it's just the shifting into the new state, pretty much. So, all right, I will wrap it up. I just did go and I went to put the cake in the oven. I turned the oven on at the wall, but I did not pay attention that somebody had turned the actual the buttons off. So I didn't notice that the oven was not heating up. So now I've got to go and put the cake into the oven. Yeah, it should be warmed up by now. So today is chocolate hazelnut cake. So, and yesterday's lemon cake was amazing. I did try some this morning. So, all right, ladies, I hope you all have a fabulous day. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. So, mwah, mwah, much love.